All right, welcome to another episode of Hostile Therapy with me, your host, Big Red, and return again to lay down the information and wisdom that he was born with since his first day on Earth is D.
D. Keep it
Welcome back,
simple,
D.
man. You know what I mean? You can't really mess up D. You know what I mean? And then
That's how,
9 times out of 10, I'm gonna have a hat on that say D to help people remember.
if you say that the wrong way, I guess you could mess that up, but we ain't gonna.
Yeah. I don't know why you
Yeah,
gotta take it there, but I don't know why you gotta take it there, but yeah, I feel you. I can see where it could be confusing.
shout out to D to come back to the show. All right,
Whatever that means.
how's your week been, man?
It's been pretty good, man. Been busy. My junk hauling business starting to take off like it's supposed to, man. So it's all good. Keeping me busy.
That's always good. Always good to stay busy, stay making that money, keeping that revenue up.
Yes, keeping them bills paid. Keep them off my back for a little while.
Oh, okay.
What
Well,
about you?
uh, doing the same, man. Torturing people, doing the whole training
Oh yeah.
thing.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
People not
For sure.
appreciate me cursing, using my name as a curse word. But I'm used to that. I mean, I've been there for like 10 years strong,
Oh
and
yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
it just rolls off my back now. It's like no one can really say anything. I've heard every curse word that's been invented, all 35 of them.
Oh
Or,
man.
yeah, well, 20 of them were invented just because of me.
Okay. All
Yeah,
right.
man, that's just how it works, man. So I'm not mad at it. I'm cool with it.
All
But
right. All right.
we got a bit of good news. Speaking of revenue and businesses and stuff, there's a sponsor for this show. About to introduce.
Yes.
You tell me more about it. We got this here, a glass above. Tell me about it.
LLC. All right. So tonight, sponsor is a glass above, and tonight I'll be feeding to the stereotype and sipping on the watermelon mania,
Damn it, man.
which is made, yeah, right, which is made of white grape juice, watermelon pucker, and watermelon vodka. So I don't know
Put
if you
that in the
guys can see
screen
that.
again. There we go.
There it is. But she sells them in a couple of different sizes. You go check her website out. I'll give you the website in a minute. But she gave me this and the Crown Me Peachy. I mean, it's just the same tag or whatever. But this is a little different. This is a little special. It's made of Crown Royal, peach schnapps, peach puree, and peach mango juice. So it actually has fruit in it, which has been sucking up all them alcoholic flavors. So I think
Does that
this will
mean they'll
get you
get
there
you drunk
faster than
quicker?
the watermelon.
But
Absolutely. Absolutely.
that's what I'm worried about. Have you had
So
that? You've had any of those today? Tried any of those today?
not today, but I'm gonna do that live right now.
Oh, okay. Oh, no.
Like I said,
I
one
think
is
that's
vodka and one is Crown Royal. So one's a white, one's a brown. So tonight, like I said, I'm gonna go with the watermelon. The stereotype, you know what I'm saying? Black people watermelon, you know what I mean?
yeah, you
So
would do
here we
that
go.
like this. We're gonna get
Hey
canceled
man,
so quick because of this. Tell me how it tastes.
hey, that's a nice drink. That's a nice drink right there, man. And I think these are kind of drinks that'll sneak up on you. So you gotta take your time when you drink these bad boys, man.
No,
But
go ahead. Throw it back. Go ahead. Throw it right on back.
nah, man, I'm a lightweight when it comes to drinking, man.
Tell-
But
You
anyway,
know what we should do? You know what we should do? Every
talk
time
to me.
every time someone agrees with a point you make tonight, you gotta throw a shot back.
Shot of what?
Whatever you got. And if you run out of that, then add some stuff to it. The one you got, both of them. Yeah, there you go. I
So
know you said you got a
like this,
brown and white, right?
brown and right, brown and white. But this is a joint effort. This is a team effort.
Right.
So
Ooh.
you
Uh
would
huh.
have to do it too. You know what I mean? Like if you had something on your side that you were sipping, we can make that happen, man. I'm all for it.
Oh, can
I'm
you
all for
throw
it.
that website back up there? Because we got somebody on
Website.
the website.
I see that, Miss Elizabeth Saunders. Appreciate it. But a glass above. Real quick, it's a mobile mixology, bartending, and consulting firm which started in 2020. So if you plan any gatherings, get-togethers, check them out at www.aglassabove, all one word, .com. So www.aglassabove.com.
Right.
And tell her
Uh,
D sent you.
let's go. Oh, okay, Reggie. He's putting out your ad again. What's going on, Reggie? Welcome
Okay.
back to the show, man. Ain't seen you, man. Nice to see you back to the show again. So, first things first, we got on the docket.
That's good.
Is, is it hitting you?
That's pretty good.
Okay.
I can't feel it yet, but
Anybody
that's
got
good.
bets on how long D's gonna last throughout the show? Is he gonna be able to go to tomorrow?
You know, this is it's about 4 ounces, man. You know, I mean, I'm a pretty big dude, so
That
you
means you're
know,
gonna fall much harder.
yeah,
When we
yeah.
get a big flop in the background, we'll know what happened.
Yeah, and some snoring.
Reggie believes in
There
you.
you
Reggie
go.
thinks
There
that's
you go, Reg.
all that kind of faith.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
All right, let's get to the first story for the day. Jermaine Dupri, Puff Daddy, amongst the latest two who want to be in a versus battle. At first, I was on Puff Daddy's side. Puff Daddy has been talking trash that he was saying Jermaine Dupri has no chance with him in the verses. So I had to think about it. When I thought about the hits that Jermaine Dupri has either written or been on, I
Right,
don't know.
right.
I don't know. Let me show you a little bit what the little back and forth sounded like the other day.
Let's go! Hey, yo, short arms. You need to chill out, short arms. You hear me? So you need to chill out. Cause what I am, I'm a freaking. Hey, first of all, I want the world to know this. Check this out. I want the world to know that this is one of my best friends. One of my best inspirations. This is my brother. Like I love him. You know what I'm saying? Right. I love him. I'm not here to play. And I must say this to everybody. You amnesia having motherfuckers. I done gave your life for motherfucking 20 years of music. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna tell you, yo, JD, anything I touched, anything I breathed on, executive produced, anything I thought up, anything I fucking did, whatever. You hear me? Don't play with me, boy. Nah, but I'm, hey, yo, JD, are you listening, JD? I can't hear you. I'm trying to hear you. Say something. Oh, you can't hear me? He said a lot. We heard you. Hey, nigga, we heard you. I want you to say something. Hey, yo, I'm just saying, for real, once you get, hey, yo, bro, you talk about the undeads. What are you gonna do when One More Chance drops? What you gonna do when Warner drops? I'm gonna dance. Listen, by the way, you gonna dance. Listen, I'm a party when you play your records. Check this out. Hey, yo, I can't even let you talk because you've been talking too much. Y'all didn't even let me know y'all was doing a live. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? All right. Listen, we ain't gotta talk. Hey, yo, I'm not the one. Yo, I'm the great. Yo, I'm the greatest. I'm the greatest, nigga. What the fuck y'all talking about?
Man, you was talking mad. Jug, why you gonna call short arms, man, to start off the conversation? He don't
Yeah. Yeah, I think people kind of underestimate JD, Jermaine Dupri, what he's done. A whole lot. Maybe I'm kind of biased about the whole situation. I'm not a fan of Puffy. Kind of like Reggie was saying, you got to pay his artists, man. Like, he don't be paying his artists. Anyway, yeah,
I don't think that.
I'm biased about it.
I'm not. I know exactly. I think how this is gonna go. Like,
Yeah.
okay, Puff Daddy's career to me did not span a long time. After, I mean, I know to me a lot of it dealt with Biggie. I know he had some hits after that, but
Right.
Jermaine Dupri made a very good point on this next video in his rebuttal.
I am in the Songwriters
Talk that talk.
Hall of Fame.
Talk that talk, JD.
All right? I am in the Songwriters Hall of Fame.
Come on.
Puff Daddy's not in the Songwriters Hall of Fame.
Whoop,
Steve Stout and the Trackmasters are not in the Hall of Fame.
whoop, which leads us to the next one. Go ahead.
The only other person, 2 people, 3 that I know that's from this era of what we do,
Yeah.
that's in the Songwriters Hall of Fame. By the way, the only other person in the city of Atlanta that's in the Songwriters Hall of Fame is my College Park brother, Dallas Austin.
Amen.
Right? So it's only 4 of us. Me, Dallas Austin, Jay-Z, and Missy Elliott.
Come on. And
When
congrats
it
to
comes
Missy.
to songwriting, listen what I'm trying to tell you.
Come on.
I am in the Songwriters Hall of Fame. So I shouldn't have to play nothing. You guys, y'all should have to hear his music. I shouldn't have to play nothing. I am in a seat that Puff Daddy can't pay for.
Hello?
You have to write songs. And as far as I'm concerned,
Talk that talk.
I don't know if he'll ever get in that club.
That hit hard right there. He can. He has a very good point.
Oh,
Very
that was
good
my
point.
first time seeing that. That was my first time seeing it.
What is Diddy's? What is one of Diddy's
his
most
rebuttal.
memorable lines? Don't worry if I write rhymes, I write checks. Pretty much tells us he doesn't write rhymes. He just writes checks.
So,
Yeah, that's a big deal. You know, that's like Puff Daddy going against a lower level Quincy Jones. The dude writes hits. Okay, let me go through some because people forget verses is also that who you collaborate with, what's your song, and also songs you write. Jermaine Dupri, Mariah Carey has so many hits. Mariah Carey, Bow Wow, Criss Cross, The Brat, Brandy, Janet Jackson. Man, that's a long list. Always Be My Baby. That's one of them. Bow Wow. That's my name. Burn. Usher.
Gotta let it burn.
Yes. Call on Me.
Wow.
Janet Jackson. Confessions Part 2 and 3. Right? Let's see. Jim Jeans. I think I don't know if that's the Genuine song or not. Don't Forget About Us. Another Mariah Carey song.
Right.
Don't Waste My Time. Usher. It's Escape. He wrote a lot of songs for Escape. Punctified. Fresh as My Ears. Yeah, that. Girlfriend. Alicia Keys song. He's got a lot of songs, man. I'm trying to go in alphabetical order. Jump. Of course, you know, Criss Cross song. Just Kicking It. Escape. Keep On Keeping On. MC Light.
Wow.
Jagged Edge. Let's Get Married.
Wow.
I'm just in the L. I skipped a lot of songs, but I'm in the L's right now. I ain't even gotten to the M's yet. My Way, Usher. My Boo, Usher and Alicia Keys.
Wow.
Money Ain't a Well, he wrote part of Money Ain't a Thing, but he's in the song with Jay-Z.
His-
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
he wrote his verse. Yeah.
Right. Nice and Slow, Usher. There's so many songs I can go through. I mean, I don't know. Or I thought,
You know what? I think Puffy took this challenge based off of just songs that he did, and not thinking about what he wrote.
Mhm.
Yeah, most definitely, man. Yeah, I can't wait. Well, I'm not going to watch it. I never really tuned. The only one I tuned into, I watched the Ghostface and Raekwon joint, and that was it. That's the only one I actually watched.
you didn't watch the, I thought you watched the Locks and Jada Kiss.
I just seen previews, the highlights of that joint.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, based off of that, man, this almost sounds like. Let me think of somebody. Because somebody mentioned that there was Omarion talking about doing a verses with Chris Brown. I'm like, nah, that's a blowout, dude. Chris Brown will blow you out the water.
Oh,
But,
Mario. Let me see. Maybe him and Mario.
okay, I can see that.
Yeah, they got about 6 hits apiece.
Yeah,
But
said
yeah,
60 apiece.
that'd be a short versus.
I don't even think Omarion could beat Chris Brown in the dance off. Think about that.
I hate. That's the only reason I hate Chris Brown.
Why is that?
Cause that nigga can dance.
He
He
said
can
you
dance,
hate him.
and I'm jealous. I can't dance. 2 left feet.
Come on, man. Slow dance, man. I know you
Well,
can do a slow dance.
2 dance. Yeah, 2 steps. I could 2 step. I ain't gonna lie.
There's nothing wrong with
2
that.
step. Yeah, yes, it's pretty
So
solid.
no, like you're not throwing no salsa out there, you know.
Nah.
Come on, man. You gotta practice some salsa, man. That's the ladies love the salsa.
My feet
Don't
ain't
look
fast enough to
pretty
salsa.
Right. They,
Am I-
so they don't love injuries though. So yeah, that might not be a good
so-
idea.
2 step. I'm safe. I'm safe with a 2 step.
Oh, okay. We should gotta disagree. Lisbon, who is better than Chris Brown between Omarion? Is that what you're talking about? She said she disagrees with me.
wow.
On Chris Brown. You talking about the dancing part or the music part?
Gotta be well.
Please
Chris-
tell me.
Chris
I got to
Brown.
hear this. What's your opinion? Who's better than Chris Brown on what? In singing and dancing? Tell me who you got.
Yeah,
Type
it gotta be
fact.
talking
Come on.
about.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I like Chris. But who you disagree with me with on Chris Brown? Yeah, you're saying someone's a better dancer or singing, or did I miss? I might have missed your point on that. You're taking too long tonight.
Yeah.
Get your Twitter
She
filters
need
to
to
work.
use-
She's trying to
She
type
gotta
it up
swipe.
right.
I'm more of a swiper. You type like one letter at a time. I do the swipe joint where you kind of like swipe through the letters to spell the word.
Okay. All right. Let's move on to the next story then. Okay. AJ Johnson, rest in peace. The crackhead off of Friday. What was that movie we with Master P? I got the hook up.
I got the hook up, Players Club.
Players Club. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that shit was
Dude
hilarious.
got slammed on the table. Watch your tone and keep your hands on your head.
Yeah,
Did
man,
you at least pinch the bitch? Yeah, remember that?
Yeah, definitely. Like, it's a lot of people passing away, man. That's crazy. But one thing is, I'm glad I got to experience his art. You know, he left that with us. You know what I'm saying? Like, one of my favorite scenes in Players Club is when they rolled his head up in the back door of the car window.
Oh yeah,
started
they
driving
drove
around,
around,
started
parking
driving
lot.
around circles. Yeah, that shit was hilarious to me.
Well, the biggest part of the story I was trying to get to, yeah, he died tragically at a relatively early age in his 50s. And now his wife is coming out and saying she's been burdened with the funeral expenses. And she's saying a lot of people who claim to be his friends have not shown up and provided help to help pay for the funeral, whatever.
Right.
I guess my question would be, do you think it should be left up? I mean, I know mainly it's supposed to be your immediate family, supposed to help out with the funeral, but if so, a situation comes up, do you think you should be able to depend? God, slow down, man. Do you think you should be able to depend on your friends to help pay for funeral expenses if a situation comes up where they don't have enough money to pay for?
I wouldn't say depend on, because that sounds like it's more like an obligation.
Yeah.
you can definitely help out. That's never a problem. But nah, I definitely it's not their obligation. If they want to, cool. If they want to, that's cool too.
Right.
If you ask me, I wouldn't expect nobody to help pay for my funeral. I have life insurance, enough to put me in. Well, I'm getting cremated, so enough to take care of the right. So enough to take care of the going away ceremony and put a little bit of money in everybody's pocket.
Would you say that was, you would think he would have, gotten life insurance,
Right.
being with the career he's had. Alex, I don't know how successful. I don't want to count the man's pockets, but that is, a responsibility that you would think you would, jumped on at that age. I think he has kids. Well, he does have kids or whatever, and, especially with a wife. You think that would have been a responsibility he would have jumped on and not left it up to burden his wife or kids with that responsibility, and friends as well.
Exactly.
I think a lot of people kind of have an issue with his wife coming out and saying this, and I can understand if people have talked to her and said, yeah, we're going to help, donate some money, whatever, and then they reneged on at the last minute. If they just didn't say anything, and then she came out and said, okay, where your friends at? Where these celebrity friends that said they were going to help out? Where you at? Then I would have, an issue with, what she was saying. But if people promised her, like, we'll be there for you, because you know how people are once you die, all of a sudden they come back into your life until the funeral's over, and then you never hear from them again. Which is why I hate going to funerals, because people just, do this. They show the fake love, and then you never hear from them again. Like, we ought to stay together. We ought to keep in touch. Here's my number. Here's my number. And then no one ever calls.
Right.
Funerals, weddings are almost the same way too, but funerals are even worse. And I hate the fact that people have to be sick or dead for them to all of a sudden come back into your life, and then they just disappear again.
Right.
I hate that. And family reunions is probably kind of like that too. Those are all these gatherings, these little gatherings, and funeral is probably the worst, because that what that means is you kind of feel bad that you haven't seen each other in so long, and now you've lost the love. So now we're like, okay, we need to stay in touch so I can see you before you die. That's what it sounds like. And then they'll never see each other. I'm like, well, I could be gone tomorrow. I guess nobody gives a damn.
Sad but true, man. Sad but true.
All right. So okay. So let's move on to the next one. Let me pull that one up right quick. Did you look at the one about the coach and person he was help coaching to either want to stay with the team or leave the team?
Nah, man. I'm excited to talk about it though.
Okay. All right. Let's see. There was a high school football coach. Let's see. Thing getting in the way. Let's see. Coach Kurt Hines, head coach, football coach at Coronado High School in California, and he had a young man that was on the team that was struggling. He wasn't doing the best to his abilities, and let's see. He wanted to talk to him, sit down with him, and talked about his future prospects of whether he should stay on the team or not. And the boy was pretty much doing it for his family, because his family had a history of playing football, whatever. And his father loved it, his brother loved it, and the coach asked him, "Well, do you like it? Do you love it? Do you love playing football?" And he was pretty much like, "No, I'm unhappy playing football." And he said he didn't want to play anymore. And the coach was like, "Cool, I'm proud of you for coming forth and saying that." And he said that's the best thing you could have done, is doing something that will make you happy and leaving the team. Some people had an opposite opinion of that. It was like, no, you should have encouraged him to at least finish the season, because this could lead to future things where you try something and just quit because it makes you unhappy.
Right.
So I guess his opinion is on both sides. Do you praise the coach for telling him, "Hey, do what makes you happy, and go ahead and leave. Don't do what your parents and your brother were doing that made them happy. It doesn't necessarily make you happy." Or are you on the other side as when you make a commitment to something, you see it through to the end?
Double-ended catch-22,
Right.
or as you want to give him praises for what he did, but at the same time, you might have stopped that man from doing what he was meant to do just because he didn't like it right now. Maybe if he would have made it through the season, like they were saying, he would experience something else.
Mm-hmm.
But let him come up with that decision on his own. I don't know. I'm kind of torn, but I'm leaning more towards, let him finish. Let him finish it out. And if he quits, let him get the air knocked out of him and get fear for his life. And like, nah, I'm done with this shit. And not just hear what the coach's opinion was on the whole situation.
What I think about that is, if he went into it doing it, being under pressure from his family to do it, and then he said he didn't like it, then I would say, okay, maybe this isn't the thing for you. Now, if he went into it wanting to do it and then saying, okay, this is too hard, I want to quit, I was like, nah, you need to see it through, because sometimes you got to go through the journey to appreciate the destination. Everything is not going to be easy. I mean, you can talk about a lot of athletes. Let's go with the greatest one that people would like to use, for example, Michael Jordan. He got cut. Everybody knows the story. He got cut. Went home, cried about it, and he could have quit because it was too hard. It made him feel horrible inside, and he could have quit, and then he might have been working at some gas station. But he loved basketball too, though. This is why I say the difference is if he just went into it and like, I really don't want to do it, and I'm only doing it for him, then eventually he really was going to hate it, and it was going to come out later on down the road, and in some sort of fashion, he might have been depressed because he was playing a sport he didn't like. But at least he would have made millions if he actually was talented. But if he loved the sport and then he went into it and it's like, oh, this is just too hard, I would tell him to keep trying. There's like you're going to meet a lot of things in life that you want to do, and there's going to be a roadblock in front of you, and you can't just quit just because that roadblock's in front of you. You got to keep pushing forward.
Right.
And everybody in this world is going to meet some sort of roadblock for something they want to do. It's the ones who persevere that end up showing they're the strongest ones, whatever. And it's not to say, again, he's a strong person for even admitting that he didn't want to do this playing football anymore. So that's a strong thing for him to do as well, too, because some people would have fell under the pressure of their parents and like, they're going to feel bad about me. They're not going to love me, whatever. So that was a strong thing to do, too. But like I said, on the opposite thing, if it's something he wanted to do and he was like, oh, this is hard, I would have pushed him forward.
Right. And, going through stuff like that, it's a character builder too, man. So
yeah, exactly.
He would have learned a lot of lessons playing football, teamwork, hard work, blood, sweat, and tears. Probably made him a lot tougher. So he should have stayed.
Now you think he should have stayed? Okay, let's say if this was your son. But what's your sport of choice? Your favorite sport?
Oh man. Probably basketball, but if I had a son, he'll be football ready.
Okay, football ready.
Genes.
Okay, so if he were to go out for football, not necessarily his first love of sport, and he says, I don't. First day, I got the wind knocked out of me. My leg hurts. I'm sore. I want to quit. What would you tell him?
Okay, son. and let him play another sport because, like, as long as he had something else to fall back on, you know what I'm saying? And like, if he would have got hurt playing football and just totally wrote off all sports, that would have been a problem. You know what I'm saying? Because like, I was a multi-sport athlete, so you know, yeah, football might not be in you, but basketball might. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would talk to him, but yeah, if he came to me and said, "Yeah, I got the wind knocked out of me. I thought I seen the bucket. It was down there by my foot. I was about to kick the bucket, and I was dying out there, Dad." I was like, "All right, well, cool. It's all right. That ain't for you." But at least he tried. He came up with that conclusion on his own. It wasn't like he wasn't talked out of doing it.
If he said, "I just don't want to play any sports at all," you would have went into your room and said, "I need to go get a glass of Bub to help me get through this situation when my son does not want to play sports anymore." Shout out to a glass of Bub.
Watermelon mania.
Damn it, man. Watermelon night.
It's like I'm eating real watermelon, spitting out seeds. Spitting out seeds. But yeah, man. Yeah, but yeah, I would let him, as long as he made that decision on his own. Nobody talked him out of it. He experienced it for himself. I'm good with that.
All right, so diving into the next story, are you much of a wrestling fan, man?
Yeah, I used to watch a little something.
All right, I'm sure. Well, if you used to watch a little something, then you probably carrying it back to the '80s and the '90s. I'm imagining, maybe even further
Absolutely.
back.
Coco
So
Beware.
Oh,
all
okay.
the boys. Yeah.
Right. Junkyard Dog.
Guys.
Oh yeah.
JYD.
You know he went.
Yep.
You know he went to Fayetteville State.
Nah, I did not know that. Thanks
Yes.
for that.
A friend of mine told me that, and I was like, I didn't know he had any affiliation with Fayetteville, but yeah, he went to Fayetteville.
Did you fact check it? Did you fact check that?
I did. I sure did.
Oh, okay. Okay, so it checked out.
Yeah, I was shocked as hell. I'm like, wow, Junkyard Dog affiliate with Fayetteville in some sort of capacity. Wow.
That's what's
I mean,
that's what's
maybe
up.
that made him. Maybe that's what made him act the way he did when he was in a wrestling ring. So, I guess that kind of makes sense. It is off
Small world.
right?
You ever heard of the Hardy Boys?
Oh, yes, yeah, of course, yes. Jeff and Matt, yeah,
From West
Denver.
End, which is in Moore County.
Right.
They're from Moore County, where I'm from. So I used to see them at Walmart. You know what I'm saying? They'll pull up in a Corvette, doing all that, whatever that shit is. They're doing.
Oh, is that what you did in the beginning? That's what you were copying?
Yeah, it's a Moore County thing, I guess.
And then you get on a table and like do a moonsault or something like that. Like, yeah, I do it just like yo, I'm back.
Yeah, I wasn't a wrestler. I just watched it. I just watched it.
I'll be damned. I was a wrestler. I mean, wrestling with my friends, whatever, growing up, you know, we always used to pretend to do that stuff around the house. And, you know, we're paying for it now at our advanced age.
Right.
You know, I think my spine is more curved than it should be. My knees are definitely gone. So I'm paying for it now.
You know, that's what Aisha brother still wrestle, man. He wrestles,
Right.
man. So
Yeah, I know.
pretty sweet.
All right. So do you know who Ric Flair is? I know you got
Absolutely.
it. Yeah, okay.
I will hit you with the woo, but I can't. My vocals ain't that strong.
Come on, you can get a little woo.
Woo. That ain't it.
No, man. You just rest. The Ric Flair. There's a show called Dark Side of the Ring on Vice TV, and they talked about this incident in 2002 on a plane ride where sounds funny to talk about. Ric Flair, of course, he's known being the nature boy, whatever that means, a ladies' man. Have you seen any of his interviews? And people used to say he used to always just wear a robe and nothing under it, and he would just pull his penis out and just twirl it around the wrestlers on the plane and the flight crew, and the way they would, yeah, I know, I'm getting that look too. The way they described it, it was like a normal thing. Oh, this is Ric Flair twirling his dick again. That's how they literally. If you go listen to the story, they was like, that's Slick Rick is twirling his dick again. And I've heard this story for years, and now it's caught a lot of flack lately because a lady was interviewed about that 2002 incident, and she settled out of court and got some money because she said that Ric Flair kind of pressing up against her, trying to make her touch it. And so she settled out of court. Another wrestler named Tommy Dreamer, I don't know if you heard of him. He's used to be in ECW. He's a hardcore guy. And he was kind of gave a flippant remark like, well, if she really wanted justice for, Ric Flair pressing up against her and trying to make him touch his penis, then why did she not take him to court? Why did she just settle out of court? And so he caught a lot of flack for that. He's actually probably catching more flack than Ric Flair. Ric Flair is almost like, he's so old. He's in his 70s, I think. He's almost in that age where, like, well, that was just a different time. Excuse is coming out for him. I really, I'm not sure why people thought Ric Flair before this came out was this guy that was very respectful of women. I mean, he would say it in his promo. I mean, the man would say, "I'm the kiss stealing, willing dealing son of a gun." He would say, "Oh, like what." He's stealing kisses. He's talking about I steal kisses from the girls and make them cry. It was in his promo, like for 40 years. I don't know what people were listening to. Like, okay, let me play a sample of it right quick.
Get ready. Woo! We are on tour, and we're doing it better than anybody else alive. Now, Buddy Landell, it's so hard for me to sit back here in this studio looking at a guy out here hollering my name when last year I spent more money on spilled liquor in bars from one side of this world to the other than you made. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limousine riding, jet flying, son of a gun, and I'm having a hard time holding these alligators down. Woo!
I'm having a hard time holding these alligators down. Some of his shoes, his alligator shoes.
Yeah. That's pimp though.
Right, but
that's pimp.
I'm not sure why the outrage is coming all of a sudden. That story has been told for years, and like I said, he said it in his promos for years. He always talk about ladies' man betting 50 women a night or whatever. That's like what Bill Cosby did over 40 years. He would do that in a night. He would brag about this all the time. I just don't understand why that's all of a sudden a big thing. Yeah, he was recently in the Migos video. And I'm not sure his popularity still remains pretty high. Like I say, he's in his 70s. Right. The man has been in near-death experiences at least several times. But the outrage, I don't understand. You remember the guy from Baltimore Ravens, the one that hit his wife on the elevator?
Right. Mm-hmm.
Or it was not Ray Lewis. It was something Lewis.
Ray Rice.
Ray Rice. Okay. Ray Rice.
Yeah.
Got the last name wrong. But yeah, and I remember how the story started. He told his general managers, he told the team, yeah, I had an incident with my girl, domestic dispute. So I just wanted y'all to know first before, it may hit the airwaves, may hit the news. They were like, okay, I think they may have suspended him a couple games and like everything's cool. But once the video came out, all bets were off. That dude he never found a team. He never played a game again after that. He went all these apologies to his wife forgave him on TV. They got married after the incident. He never got past that. But my point is, I'm not sure why it was all of a sudden so shocking at least to the Ravens team, they were like, "Oh, we didn't know it was that bad." Like, well, he said he hit his wife, so I mean, how bad did you need to know it was going to be? Ric Flair, like I said, the story has been told. I've heard that story numerous of times. I never heard the woman speak out about it, but I did hear about the lawsuit that she was sexually harassed. So that wasn't bad enough until I guess she actually got to speak on it. I just don't understand now why the outrage. Now why people want to counsel him. Why didn't you do that years before? I mean, like it's been public knowledge that he did stuff like this.
Right. I don't know. I think some people see an opportunity. They see an opportunity, see if they can cash out. Because like you said, they didn't even take it to court. They just settled for some money. So mission accomplished. Like if it was that much of a problem, you would have took it to court and, made an example out of Ric Flair. But mission accomplished. Let me get that money.
Well, I always want to know that because I don't want to speak on how she felt. I always want to know why don't certain people take it to court. And I mean, maybe she doesn't want to go through, I don't know, maybe the embarrassment of having her name out there if she had to go to court. I mean, that's the only thing I can think of. Why would you not want to seek justice and instead take the money? I mean, that's the only thing I can think of. Like, maybe you just didn't want to go through the media scrutiny and maybe possibly lose the case. I don't know. Why would you take the money instead? So, yeah, I don't know. And then she came out, like I said, this is almost 20 years later. Oh, yeah, it's about almost 20 years later because she settled it in 2002. And, yeah, it's 19 years or so. So I would also think too she did a settlement that she had to do like you can't talk about the case anymore on those agreements.
Right. Yep. Once we're done with it, we're done with it.
Yeah. So I'm kind of surprised at that. WWE is a huge billionaire type business. So I would figure they would have had her sign something like that. But this is a documentary talking about it, so obviously it wasn't there.
Or maybe the her hush disclosure might have had an expiration date. You can't talk about it for X amount of years, and the documentary opportunity came. She was like, I can make a few more dollars off of it. Let me go ahead and pull it back up and cash out some more money on it. Who knows?
I'll have to say this: her husband was a bit of a dick about it. If we're going off what she said when she got home from that flight and she told her husband about it. That Ric Flair tried to make me touch his twirling penis, and the boys were acting crazy on the flight. He was like, well, what did you do to make him do that? I was like, wow, damn, man.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
I don't know if they're still married, but I would imagine that would have ended that.
But dang, like, he tried to make her touch it.
Right.
So
that was just his thing. They said he did that for years. That was not one incident. I've heard that for decades. This is just something you do. You just go around the rope and just like, hey, I'm here in all my glory. I'm Ric Flair. Touch my penis.
It's one of the most extreme cases of sexual harassment. So she had a point. That is sexual harassment, no matter how you cut it.
Well, it was like I said, they passed it off as like, well, boys will be boys. He's just twirling his dick. Leave him alone. Which I didn't even think that was the odd part. I thought it was the odd part that they just kind of sat there and like, it's just, let him have his fun. They're like, why are you just sitting there being comfortable with him having his stuff out like that?
What would they have done to Coco Beware if he just pulled his Johnson out and started slinging that motherfucker left and right? Or Junkyard Dog. It would have been a wrap for them boys.
Yeah, it would have been a wrap. But, I mean, Ric Flair, he's Ric Flair. I mean, he's considered to be one of the greatest of all time. So he's a made man. So it's like, who's going to say something to Ric Flair?
I guess.
Look what she said. She said they should have had a habanero pepper in their pocket at all times. Oh Lord. Yeah, that would have made them put it back.
Yeah, absolutely.
That definitely would have made them put it back. All right. let's leave that disturbing story.
Yeah.
So, okay. How's the dating life going, man? Everything going good?
Yeah,
Feeling
man.
lonely? You getting love where you at right now?
I didn't know we was talking about this, but yeah, I mean everything's good. I can't complain, man. I can't even complain.
Okay. Well,
What
wow.
about yourself?
I'm doing good, man. No, we're gonna keep
Good.
it on you. We're not gonna switch it off on me.
No, we ain't gotta do that.
Hey, let's keep it on you because I heard something happened to you recently, man, and this doesn't seem like the dating life is going too good. Let's take a look at it.
What time is it? 7:45. This motherfucker knows she's gonna have an ass on right now. Let me call this motherfucker. She know I need all this shit done. Man, work. Hello? Where the hell you at? I've been waiting on your ass for hours. Who you with? Joseph? Get the fuck out of here. You know I don't like that nigga. I wish I would. I'm sick of it. When I see Joseph, it's a wrap. I'm gonna need you to bring your ass home ASAP. I need my motherfucking feet rubbed. I need my food cooked. You know I'm doing this food prep shit, and you know this is what you're supposed to be doing. Okay? I tell you what, you got 10 motherfucking minutes to bring your ass home, or it's gonna be trouble. Okay? All right. Love you too much.
Yeah, I think
Hey.
you need to get out a little bit more, man. What's going on?
How did you get footage of my Ring camera?
No, don't worry about that. Have my way.
Let me find out, man. I was set up on that one, man. I didn't even know you was recording, man.
I think Mama set that up because she was like, "Yeah, I gotta have this dude recorded because he won't let me go out."
That's all right. I'm about to call her ass right now.
Nah, don't do that, man. Don't do that. Don't do that. Man. Let Mama rest. Give Mama a night off, man.
She gonna hear about it tomorrow, though.
Oh hell, I don't want to be the blame for this.
It's all your fault, bro. It's all you.
Mama D. Mama D, I'm sorry.
Mama D.
Mama D, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, it's a wrap.
Okay, so
Wow, really?
Now-
all right.
let's go into the last story. Oh boy, this is a good one for me. Gabrielle Union. Why does she seem like she stays in the news more so for controversy with her relationships than acting lately? I don't know. The last few years, it seems like we talk more about her and her husband, and her and her kids.
That's what she attracts, man. She attracts that kind of stuff, man. So I don't know, man.
Well, let's go into what the main story is. The main story, and this happened a few years ago, or more than a few years ago, where Dwayne Wade and her were just in a basic relationship at the time. Guess they had some troubles, and they took a break. Like, hey, let's take a break. Maybe let's figure this thing out. What's going on with our relationship? And during this break, Dwayne Wade's like, well, I need to figure out how I'm gonna get this nut off, and he end up having a baby during this break. I don't know how long the break was, but it doesn't seem like it was that long. But they had a break. He had a baby. Gabrielle Union is, she's told that she's had problems of conceiving the child naturally on her own. This was, kind of devastating for her. Not to mention the fact that another baby is coming into her world, her relationship. Didn't devastate too much because they end up, I guess, working through it. They got married, and they're helped raising the baby together. But now, she's spoken about again how devastating that was. She says the person that she is now, she wouldn't have went back to him after that incident. I would think, given everything they went through and the transitions they've gotten through since that incident, that she would be like, and they're still married and supposedly happy married, making Gatorade commercials. I would think she'd be like, I've gotten through it. I'm a stronger person. And I'm glad I stayed with him. But she was like, nah, today as I am now, no, I wouldn't have stayed with him. So I guess there's a lot of questions, I guess, to be asked of this. I'm going to shoot this to you. If the situation was reversed and you and the young lady in a relationship, let's say 3-4 years, maybe it got kind of rough along the way. Like, you know what? We need to take a little bit of a break and figure things out. 3 months or so. Then she's like, I need to talk to you, D. I need you to bring your a glass above drinks. Right? Advertise. Glass above drink. Help you get through any break baby situation.
Break baby.
And we need to talk about this. Y'all come over, tells you during this break that we've had 3 months, that's what we're gonna throw out there. I got pregnant. I had sex with another guy and I got pregnant. But I don't want to be with him. I want to work it out with you. And I want you to help me raise this baby together. What would your response be to that? Go ahead, take a shot.
Let me pull this a little closer.
Uh-oh.
Can you hear me?
Oh, I hear you nice and clear.
Fuck no. Hell no. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine walking around with a pregnant woman and it's not your kid? You got people going back and forth, be like, oh my God, how far along is she? I know y'all excited about having your baby.
Oh.
And you be like, nah, it ain't mine. It's somebody else's. You know what I mean? Like, nah, that's hell no. Hell no. Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah, you're right. I didn't even really think about that. Because people are gonna be coming up like, what do y'all want it to be? I want it to be a girl or a boy. And you'll be like, I want it to go the hell away. It ain't mine. And not to mention the fact that you're probably going to be thinking like, not just because it's another person's baby, like it's a break, but it's not a broken bond. You still have a bond during that break. You didn't want her to go with someone else, just like she probably didn't want you to be with someone else either. In a way, it's soft cheating, but it's not. That's probably how you're going to look at it. Like, no, we were supposed to just think about this. We weren't supposed to go off and find no one else. We were just supposed to sit down and think about how we could get our relationship back on the mend. We weren't supposed to seek out anyone else. So in a way, even though it's not a breakup, it's a break, you're going to think of it like probably cheating. I'm like, okay, she really didn't take time to really think about how we could fix this relationship. She really just wanted to get off or something.
Yeah, I wouldn't even call it cheating. I think it would be more of not being responsible. You're not being responsible. Raw dog. Come on, man. Like, and then not only that, what if the father wants to be a part of the child's life? Now you gotta, now you dropping the baby off. Now she has to see this dude. You know what I mean? It's just, it'll be too complicated. It will overcomplicate the relationship, and it wouldn't last.
But do you think it'll be as complicated as just getting in a relationship with someone who has kids by another person anyway before y'all got together?
Because they make my like it's gonna remain silent instead of baby.
Mexico.
No, they're not. No, they're not. No, they're not, Alexa. Stop that. But they're talking about a real man. But anyway, nah, that's not the same. That's
I
not the same.
understand. I understand. There's it's a emotional connection, and the break is probably what breaks the bond a bit. I understand that,
Right.
but is there you don't think there's any way you could probably raise their kids after a break baby
I don't.
situation?
I'm not really understanding why you don't understand what I'm saying. But
I
no,
understand
man.
what
Like,
you're saying. I
yeah,
just want
it's
you to think about what you're
no.
saying. I get what you're
I,
saying.
nah,
'Cause I
that's one
agree
of
with you.
those. That's one of them impulsive. It sounds impulsive, but it doesn't even need a lot of thought.
Mhm.
It's not like it's just over. It's gonna be a complicated situation,
Okay.
and I'm not for it.
Okay. He's
Yeah,
not for it all. Okay.
not for that.
So would you ever even recommend even having a break? Okay. This was before they got married, right? So
Hmm.
if they were married, I think people, if you're going by vows and you're supposed to be thicker through thin, because people always forget about the thin part or the thick part, whichever is the bad part. People always forget that part that you're supposed to work through those type of things.
Hmm.
If that situation happened while you were married, and I'm not sure how you would take a break while you were married, so that would be kind of crazy. But if that situation would have happened while you were married, would that change your mind at all? And would you think about it at least?
Uh,
Because I mean, some people just cheat. Would you, if she just cheated, no baby involved, could you forgive?
um, man, that's a hard pill to swallow, man. As a dude,
All right.
especially with your wife, you can't imagine her with another man. You know what I mean? That's that will probably open up a open relationship.
Mm,
So instead of you sneaking around cheating, go ahead and cheat. I'm gonna go cheat too. Well, it's not cheating. We're just
right.
gonna entertain other people. We can be together. That's fine. Strap up. I'll strap up, and we come home together. You know what I'm saying? It just depends on what we're building.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? And if we're both cool with those new terms and agreements, yeah, let's do that.
Sounds like you're building a brothel.
Hey, we can do that too. I mean, that's yeah, that's okay. That's okay.
Yeah.
That's fine. Brothels work
I,
in open
I,
relationships.
I guess I can't see that. It makes me think about. You ever seen The Best Man?
I do. I'd have.
You remember the scene where he was saying the vows and he kept thinking about Mia being with Tay Diggs. I can't remember his character's name, but Tay Diggs, and he kept thinking about the passages in the book, and it's like,
Right.
oh God, no, oh God. But he still went through it, and then they made a sequel, and like all
But
was
see,
forgiven.
the thing about it was that was even before they was introduced and to each other. You know what I mean? Like when he had what was his name in that movie?
Which one, Tay Diggs
Whatever.
or Morris
Yeah,
Chestnut?
Tay Diggs.
Okay,
Whatever Tay Diggs' character's name was, he
yeah,
had it
Harper.
wasn't even an affair. Yeah, Harper. Harper slept with Mia
Mhm.
before Mia and Ronald got together.
I don't think his name was Ronald. You just making up name. Drink down.
Yeah, so whatever his
That name
name
was
was,
brought to you by a glass above.
tonight's buffoonery is brought to you by a glass above, cause it has a high alcohol content.
As you can see.
Yeah,
But
you should.
okay, let's just say his name is Ronald. Okay. I think that relationship was, between him and me. I think they were kind of dating, but he was like entertaining groupies at the time, so they weren't engaged or nothing. They were trying to be in a relationship, and Harper messed up the bro code. Ended up sleeping with Mia. Didn't tell. He never said anything at all. Really, he just wrote in his book years later. That's how he found it out, and he whipped his ass and almost threw him over a balcony.
Right. Dang. I've seen that movie plenty of times, and I missed that part. That it was kind of dating a little bit. Tonight's episode. Yeah, right.
White person you know named Ronald.
I know Ronald. Yeah.
Introduce me to Ronald. I gotta know who this Ronald is.
Yeah. They call him Ron G.
Ron G. Yes. You don't call him Ronald. You call him Ron G. You can't go around with that kind of name. But yeah, that would definitely be a tough pill to swallow to have to rate, because it's not just the cheating part. That's 18 years of a reminder that's right in your face. And God forbid if the kid looks like him in your face, that's 18 years at least. That might be for the rest of your life. Like every day you wake up in the morning, you see his face. The person she messed with, you see his face.
She named him after the dude.
Oh man, come on. And that would just be. Well, you know what? I don't know what's worse. She named after the dude or she named after you.
Oh Jesus! Please, you would not do that. You would not name this little boy after me.
Right.
To try to make me feel better.
Yeah, that'd be like the worst thing she could possibly do. Besides name him after him. And like I said, she can't help how he's gonna look when he comes out, but that is a reminder every day. Like, damn.
Every single day.
So how do you get through that? I don't know how much therapy you have to go through to get through that, but that's a lot of therapy.
Yeah, man. Very true.
But to compound on what she went through, again, she couldn't have kids, so that made it even more painful for her.
Worse.
Like, oh man, you gave like the most highest gift that you could ever give a woman, a child, and you gave it to another woman, and I can't give it to you. Then on top of her being a celebrity, and everybody knows this, she has to hear about it in the newspapers all the time. She can't get away from it.
Yeah. I wonder who fault it was or who decided let's take the break.
I wonder too.
Yeah,
I mean, I would
if it was her. I think it was her.
That
don't sound like a man thing. Like a man don't be like, hey, I think we should take a break for a little while. Or maybe we do. Do you? Have you ever taken a break?
Yeah, for permanently. Yeah.
Yeah. So
take a break.
I think it might have been
just taking a permanent break.
Right.
And if it just happened to get back together, I guess okay. But nah, it's firsthand. It's gonna be like, oh no, we done.
Right. So
I don't want there to be any confusion and be like, well, I thought we were done. Why are you with this person over here? Because I said we were done. Oh, I thought you meant, I didn't know if you meant done. I thought you meant we were done. Like, what the hell's the difference? Because you said done. I didn't know you meant done. I thought you meant done. Man, see, this is why we're done, because you confusing what done means.
Yeah. You should have said done if you was really trying to be done. Hey, man, I'm confused.
Yeah, I've had those discussions. So, yeah. Look at that.
There we go.
The biggest
fear that word. There go that word. We was talking about that last night.
I know. Somebody named Alexa probably knows about that definition. Not that she knows about the act, but she knows the definition.
Cock old dry. Cock old dry. Pronounce that for me, would you please?
I don't understand. Who would want to do that type of stuff in the first place?
All right.
I guess if you can't satisfy your woman, then I guess you would be cool with that. Or again, if you can't give your woman a baby, I could see you doing something like that. Rich people that have nothing else to do, I guess they can. I mean, I thought that was just like another word for what swingers do. Go and watch their wife get pleased by someone else, and just pleasing themselves. Watch their wife get pleased
while they masturbate watching that shit.
Yeah, that
don't make no sense.
I don't know what kind of people want to do that, but then again, like I said, you talking about sharing somebody with someone else, and I would imagine you have to have some sort of mentality to not be jealous of that. Right, yeah. Usually men who want power taken away from them, and that is a thing. You usually think of men who want to have power, but yeah, there's also a thing where men want to have power taken away from them. They don't care. That turns them on.
Boy.
It's not. I'm not one of them
today.
Right.
I am learning a lot tonight.
What I'm learning is no matter how much of a glass above I have, I will not want to release any of my power of my woman to some other person, and I would not want her to get pregnant by some other person. So, no matter how much a glass above, if this great company, no matter what kind of alcohol content they have, you cannot make me want to do something like this. P.S. This is brought to you by A Glass Above. Just wanted to mention that. Okay. But that's our final story for today. I thank y'all for coming on another episode of Hostile Therapy, getting some therapy in today. Not because you want it, but because you need it. We will see you on the next episode of Hostile Therapy next Thursday, 7 p.m. Make sure you tune in. Y'all have a good night. Peace.